Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Business, and I've got a great one for you today. So, I played some of the ranked battles and everything, got up to rank 10, played 14 matches total, pretty much all with the Mogami. I think I actually lost both of the matches with that I played with the battleships, so let's see, the Turpits and the Amagi, and I switched back to the Mogami and did pretty well. Um, I'm at rank 10 at the moment, and I decided to call it quits for the night on the ranked battles and go back to random just because the queue looked like it was going to be a good 10 minutes or so, and I just didn't really want to do that while I was on stream. So towards the end of the night, the end of the stream, jumped in a division here with Jason and Citizen Soldier, and I'm in the Murmansk. Jason's in the Königsberg, and let's see, Citizen is in his Congo. And we start engaging on Solomon Islands here, enemies, and I initially wanted to head north, like you've seen the last number of videos on this map, and the enemy was having none of that. They wanted to fight, like, right at the start, so we get involved here. I have some good salvos against the Nyevny, and there's another Minakazi in there as well. So they have 3 destroyers on their team, and obviously on this map especially, the faster you get those destroyers down, the better. Now it's a bit of a curious match because there's 2 carriers on each side. So it's tier 4 and 5. The enemy has a, let's see, a Langley and a Bogue. So, you know, something I have to be aware of course. But did manage to kill the Nyevny there, get the first blood award. And people are, you know, being aware of the situation as far as, you know, we got to keep an eye in the middle here and try to make sure that we don't get bum rushed here and end up getting screwed over. Now there's another enemy Murmansk over here, and he's showing his side, so I switch over to AP. I get the right lead, or at least I think I do, and sink it right into his smokestacks there. So I get 1 Citadel. I was hoping for a bit more. Now suddenly an Omaha appears up front and decide to switch targets to him. And this was kind of unfortunate because I got a good salvo here, and I had 4 Citadels, and right when I'm ready to fire, you know, he's gone. He disappears. And this was a huge mistake on my part, something I almost never do. I sent Torps here. I did not even notice the destroyer next to me. That could have been a very costly mistake, and I'm glad it didn't turn out to be that way. But, you know, the guy was, you know, he had his head in the game. He was paying attention and all. And speaking of having heads in the game, this is the second time I've watched this, doing the narration and whatnot. There are so many things that I was missing the entire time because I was all in this match. It was such a target-rich environment that I couldn't pay attention to anything else that was happening anywhere else on the map. I honestly had no idea what was happening with Jason or Citizen the entire match. I was just so focused on trying to get these shots in and everything. And by the way, you know, St. Louis, pretty good armor protection. About 9 kilometers away, score a Citadel with a Murmansk. So don't complain if you're a battleship player and, you know, you're thinking that St. Louis's are hard to Citadel. They're not. So you can do it. You just have to aim right. But managed a couple Citadels on him, finish off the other cruiser with Citadel as well. And unfortunately, like I said, I was really super focused in this match. I didn't pay attention to those torp bombers, which did a considerable amount of damage, unfortunately. And I go back to harassing the St. Louis. He goes down. The Omaha comes back up, and I still have my AP loaded. Try to finish this guy off. I think I aimed a bit too low there and get 1 Citadel, but Jason finishes him off. So things are looking pretty good down right now. We're down 1 destroyer. They've lost a destroyer and 3 cruisers. So things are pretty squared away. Well, I was wrong in thinking about that. You know, at the time I'm like, okay, we got this in the bag. Yeah, no. Man, this game gets closer than I wanted it to, but it was a great fight on the enemy team's part and our team as well. There's some really good shit here. So there's two battleships that are moving in from the south. One's a Congo and one is a Wyoming, I believe. So I start to harass these guys a bit with HE, let them know that, you know, I'm over here, and honestly at this point I am expecting a citadel from one of these guys, and I'm trying to run, and at this point is when I'm like kind of cringing, waiting for that shot to come in, but they never fired at me. So I'm like, okay, well, time to get back over here, because I'm not really doing much to these guys as it is. I mean, I'm harassing them a bit, but nothing's really happening. Oh, and by the way, keep an eye on my planes shot down total. Yeah, I'm already at like 14 plane shot down. That's pretty considerable for a tier 5 cruiser without an AA defensive ability, but it goes to show you how many planes have been around me throughout the match at this point. But it gets higher. So there's some of the battleship shells coming in against me, and I engage a destroyer. I'm expecting this destroyer that's right behind the island here to come around, so I start pulling hard to port, and I know he's gonna spring his attack here any second, and that's what the torpedoes are for, just as a deterrent. And I go back to engaging another St. Louis, and here comes the Minakaze, or is that the Wakataki? Yeah, either way. Oh, it's a Minakaze, my bad. But I get a few module hits on him, take out his engine, disable a turret, nearly get the torpedo on him, and then I get his steering, and then of course he's going to disappear and go into the smoke here any second, along with the St. Louis. And yeah, so it's just guesswork at this point. I have no idea what the hell I'm shooting at, or where I'm shooting at. And to compound matters, make it even worse, the other destroyer disappeared as well, and now I'm like, I don't know where anybody's at. So St. Louis pops back up, switch back to him, keep my guns firing, because I'm expecting, if you take a look at my cooldowns, I've got 45 seconds remaining on my cooldown for my repair. So if I get on fire now, I'm dead. So it's a very real possibility, especially facing something like the St. Louis and having a couple of these destroyers around. So the Isokaze is trying to run away, and I'm just trying to push him away with some harassing shots there, keep my guns shooting as much as I can. And there's Citizen Soldier in a very heavily damaged Congo, and I have no idea how he got that damage, really. I'm just, like I said, totally focused on what's happening around me in terms of my targets, and pretty much nothing else at that, aside from that. But I head back around this island here, and trying to re-engage this cruiser, because I need to get the St. Louis. It's the fire threat, not so much the damage threat from his guns. I'm more concerned about the fires for myself, and obviously Citizen Soldier in his Congo. So finally get a fire going on him, and get a little bit more harassing shots. And I have my scout launched at this point to go ahead and try to make sure that I have a clear line of sight on this guy. Help me basically just get over the island, which at this point, see how it kind of flicked up there, my aim kind of reset, and now you can see I'm going to try to get it over this, and it's going to start hitting the island. So the line of sight, and like, it's weird how the targeting works. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just have to hit X a couple times and it'll figure itself out. But there's a destroyer coming through, and Omaha coming through the middle. Swing my torps around, drop that down, try to hopefully get a kill or just use that as a deterrent. Meanwhile, I switch back to the Isokaze, who is harassing Citizen Soldier in his Congo, and I'm trying to kill this guy, and I'm doing a terrible job with the leading on this, because the angle is just screwing me up with the scout plane. So finally get that kill there, and I'm looking for the St. Louis, not really realizing that he had died already. So I come around here and I'm expecting to walk into a broadside of like 8 of those cannons, and yeah, it doesn't happen. So now I realize he's dead, and I've overextended. I need to pull back and try to help our cat because now we're getting cat. So this is a pretty damn fast game, all right? It's a very quick pace, a lot of things going on, and that's why I'm really liking this map. It's just, it's anarchy and chaos for a few minutes. And so the first salvo was HE, didn't really do much. Switch over to AP, get a Citadel, and then the kill. Now there's a very low health Congo, very low health Minikaze. They're in our cap or going towards it. I switch back to HE, try to engage the Congo, and I really want to try to get him on fire and whittle down his health as fast as I can. I don't get that chance really as much as I wanted to, and I only get a couple hits, or actually one hit on the Minikaze here, so he's still a threat to anybody that's over here. Now, and again, I shoot the damn island because the islands are getting in my way, and I don't know who put these islands there, but damn it, it's getting frustrating. I'm tired of shooting them, so I come around the island, honestly expecting that Congo to fire a salvo at me. He doesn't, luckily. I send a few more shells his way, and I was hoping that I'd get a little bit more damage there and just get the kill and switch over to the Minikaze as the Congo gets killed, and there we go. Alright, Kraken unleashed, we defended the flag. Now we still have to deal with, well, first off, I have to deal with the Minikaze torpedoes as he sent them my way, but I also have to be very careful about the planes from the carriers, and this is where shit gets really interesting. And by that, I mean, I have very, very little health. I am one decent, well, actually, I don't think they even had any dive bombers. I'm pretty sure these are all torp bombers that the enemy carriers have set up. It's only going to take one torpedo to kill me. And holy shit, how close that comes to being a reality. I don't want to show you because I almost screwed it up, but I want to show you because I did it. So let's start picking off some more of these planes here as I head towards their cap. Now I do want to mention that this is all live on stream as well, that like this match, not what you're seeing here. This is a recording of the replay. I don't know what my viewers were thinking at this time, whether or not I'd be able to pull it off. I had my doubts myself because of the fact that the carrier right there, it only has like 100 health on their team, and I'm very low health. So, this could easily be in their favor. And at the very least, Jason has a full health Königsberg, but at the same time, the Königsberg is not a good AA platform, and he could easily be overwhelmed if it came down to just him. So luckily we don't have to worry about that. So I'm pushing in towards their cap here. I'm going to activate my hydroacoustic just to try to give me some sort of advantage, or just in case anything. I don't know, I just want to be as prepared as I possibly can. So I find their Langley and start dumping the rounds into him. I'm going to try to cut his engine, so I'm aiming towards the midships, so they fall right towards the engine in the back, like right there. So that's where the Citadel hit. And we've got torp bombers coming in from the Langley first. And what really saved my ass here was the fact that they didn't have torp bombers attacking me at the same time. So I was able to deal with one and then deal with the other. And my god, that was really, really important. So the Langley missed his drop by a pretty good margin, and I'm trying to set the Bogue on fire as well, and reduce his capability of being able to fight me. And now I see his torp bombers, so I'm going to be turning my bow directly at those. And the good thing about the Murmansk is that it has a 4-second or 3.6 seconds, something like that, rudder shift time. Hugely important. Now the torp bombers, he apparently he changed his angle of attack. So they're flying around, I'm shooting them down, and I'm gonna get one more plane, and then should be 2 planes. And so all that's left is 1 torpedo being dropped in the waters. Okay, so there it is. And check this shit out. Jesus, tap dancing Christ, that is close. Like, I don't think you can get any closer than that, really. I almost screwed that up, and that was a good drop. Just, oh my god. I pretty much screamed out loud, holy shit, the same way it was said in the chat by Citizen Soldier. And just to make it all the better, I get a double strike on the carriers who have been harassing me the entire match. 629,000 credits, 5,900 XP, and that's actually just with the premium, and this isn't the first win of the day or anything. 32 planes shot down, 20 citadels, 7 kills, 3,000 base XP. Holy shit. Even watching this again, I feel like I'm out of breath. I've got the adrenaline coursing through me. I have no idea how I'm going to sleep tonight. End up doing 151,000 damage. Oh my god. Yeah. After a match like that, I mean, I just had to take a moment to just really have a deep exhale, you know? Wow. So very little overhead on that. Only 17,000 credits in repairs and ammunition. Pretty ridiculous, but this is the type of stuff that makes me want to play all the damn time, and I love it. And, you know, obviously not every match can be like this, or like this outro set of clips where the Dursky squad takes out a bunch of battleships, but, you know, it's just a lot of fun, and I love doing this stuff on stream. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the outro clip here, and I will see you back here for the next videos. I am streaming again on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, for just a couple hours, and then probably a fair bit on Sunday. But thank you again, guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care.